So oftentimes we undervalue our work and we let our clients undervalue our work as well. And so no matter what your craft is, you put the time and the effort into your craft. And oftentimes you'll get an inquiry and somebody's like, hey, I love your work. I've seen you on Facebook. How much do you charge? And you're like, okay, well, what do you want? What are you looking for? Oh, it's just me and my friend, and I want like a 30-minute session, nothing big. You're like, okay, well, my 30-minute sessions start at like $175. And they're like, well, Samantha down the street does it for $100. I love your work, but can you match the price? And you sit here and a lot of times it's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll match it. I want the photos. I can use the extra experience. I just want the client. And oftentimes we get in this rut of doing everything that the client wants. Obviously, the client has to be happy. But when it comes to them telling you how much you should be charging, you should not ever let the client tell you how much you should charge. Because oftentimes the client doesn't realize everything that goes into it. They're like, oh, well, you just go through and you take photos and then you edit. They don't put into perspective of the time that you have been doing photography. I've been doing photography for 8 years. And if Samantha's only been doing it for 2 years, well, obviously she's going to charge less than I, because she has less experience. I also charge for the editing time, the photo shoot time, all the time that you have to do contacting back and forth with the client, promoting the photos on your website or your social media, and along with all the equipment that you buy. And I'm not saying that you should be charging more because you have more expensive equipment. I'm not saying that at all. But if you sit here and you have a little bit more expensive cameras, or you have a little bit more gear that you use for photos, then you kind of put a little bit of it, but don't just be like, oh, well, Samantha has an $800 camera and I have a $20,000 camera set up. Okay, well, you're not going to go charge $5,000 because you have a more expensive. It's okay to charge a little bit more, being that you have a little bit more equipment, but when it comes down to it, it's the time that you use to edit, take the photos, a little bit of the equipment, but you also have to put into perspective of your expenses as well. The gas to get there, especially if you do this full time, you have to put into perspective on all the equipment, on your bills. You have to do what it's going to take to feed your kids. And if you're just doing $100 photo shoots and you're taking more time out of your day for cheaper photo shoots, you're just going to end up losing in the long run. So it's like, well, Samantha does it for $100. Can you match it? Well, Samantha also probably hasn't been doing it as long as me. And they want your quality of work, but for somebody else's pricing. And so what you got to do is you have to kind of explain to them, but not in a rude way, but just explain to them, look, the reason why my pricing is the way it is because I've been doing it for this long. It takes me this long to do the edits, all the equipment that I have. I got to feed my kids. You list all these reasons on why your photography is the way it is. And along with the gas that you have to spend, which for me, I don't have a very economic car. So my gas is expensive. You just want to kind of give people the rundown on why your photography is priced out the way it is. You build it up to where they sit here and, okay, yeah, I understand why it's the way it is. And there's times where people take that into consideration and be like, oh, I see. Okay, yeah, you're right. I'd rather pay a little bit extra to have the better quality. But then there also could be people that they want things for cheap, and it's like, okay, well, I hope you find a photographer that meets your needs. And so don't undervalue your work because in the long run, you're just going to end up losing, and you're going to overwork yourself, and you're going to end up hating your craft. Don't undervalue your work. Continue to stay strong. You don't want to eventually hate your craft. That is all for this video. If you like this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you get notified every single time I post. And until next time, we will see you in the next one. Peace. Take number 3. Hopefully this one will be the final one.